Demaryius Thomas, if he does not get this long-term deal by Wednesday, do you believe he'll be a training camp holdout?
Absolutely. There's no question in my mind. I think the question is, will he skip games? He's not showing up for training camp. Do you think he is?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because he's going to be paid $12.8 million to play this year.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to risk injury.
Well, then he's risking losing $12.8 million.
Couldn't agree with you more. I think that he should have, personally, I think he should have been at OTAs. If I am Demaryius Thomas and I have $12.8 million guaranteed, I know that I have that money in the bank and now I can play for a huge contract next year with huge guaranteed money, because you know what? Someone is going to pay him $40 million guaranteed.
Right, here's the
question.
question.
It may not be the Broncos, but somebody's going to.
Would you pay him? Or would you just allow him to franchise tag and see how he plays things out? Or would you deal him? What would you do with Demaryius Thomas right now if you're the Broncos?
Well, I know what you would do. You would deal him for a great offer because
Wrong.
you believe, well, wait a minute. You just said the Broncos are Super Bowl contenders without him. So why wouldn't you deal him? If you're offered,
because you're a better team with him.
no question. But if somebody offers you 2 first-round draft picks for Demaryius Thomas, you're not going to take it?
I'd think long and hard about it if I can't come to a reasonable long-term deal with him.
I wouldn't think twice about it. I would take 2 first-round draft picks because there's no way I would pay a wide receiver guaranteed $40 million. I wouldn't even consider it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm signing him. And I'll tell you why I'm signing him. Number one, it's tough to make a trade like that because other teams think the same way. We don't need to pay a wide receiver that kind of money.
Couldn't agree more.
Number two, if you don't sign him to a long-term deal and he comes in with that franchise tag, we pretty much know that mentally he can be kind of fragile.
No question.
All right? So I don't know what I'm going to get from him all year long. I think he's going to be a little resentful. I think he's going to be a little immature about the whole thing. He's a hard worker, don't get me wrong. DT is a hard worker. He's never been a problem for this team whatsoever. You can say he's a good character guy, but I think things work on his brain.
I agree.
And I don't know that I'm going to get not the best effort from him, but the best production from him. We saw what happened at the beginning of last year when Wes Welker was suspended for the first few games, and they put DT in the slot. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, he
dropped a lot of balls. We asked him all season long, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong? Finally, near the end of the season, he told us, I didn't like playing that position. I wasn't comfortable there.
Right.
Well, if he's not comfortable with the money he's getting paid,
right.
if he's feeling some resentment, I think that's going to work on him mentally.